don't know. I've been looking into Ananda Maya, and
Yeah.
I don't know. And I guess she was like almost in a constant state of samadhi, and she couldn't feed herself. She couldn't hold a cup. She'd just drop it, and she'd have to have other people like feed her, and
Mm,
like she was a baby. And I saw pictures like she was like it looked, she was like in some lady's lap, and the lady was feeding her. And
mm.
I don't know. My question is, can you function like a regular human being doing the day-to-day tasks when you get to such a heightened state? Because I guess she was in a state of samadhi like 24/7. She was like in such high states. It was like a God frequency, and she couldn't
Mm.
eat without help. And she, yeah, like I said, she couldn't hold a cup. And when she was asked, she would say, uh, I don't know what you're talking about. I always feed myself, whether it's this hand or another person's hands. What's the difference? So she considered herself still eating, even though it was somebody else's hands. But yeah, I don't know. The more I read about her, she was an interesting lady. I don't know. I don't even want to say lady, but she was a highly evolved spiritual person.
Yeah, that's
So
why when people say like yoginis are not equal to yogis, no way. This is a perfect example of a highly enlightened being, right? Just because she was female, it was no difference. She was highly evolved, right? Like and everybody could see it, you know, like obviously she's in the autobiography of a yogi. So like Yogananda, all these enlightened beings seeing like, wow, this yogini is highly evolved, right? And
yeah,
she reached such a high state where she she was not interested in eating, right? She was interested in maintaining the permanent state, a 24-hour state of samadhi, right? Which
yeah,
is the truest real blessing of all. So like so
yeah,
yeah, so when you reach this higher blessing, maybe you need assistance, maybe you don't. So it's not like one size fits all. There are some yogis who are able to keep one foot in the Maya delusional world and one foot out and keep that balance. And there are some yogis that are 100% invested where they need somebody to feed them, you know, like
yeah,
they're they're too they've reached such a permanent state of enlightenment or samadhi that they don't want to come out, right? Not even to eat. So to help them maintain and preserve their physical body, people have to feed them like a baby, you know?
yeah,
To some people, that looks like a handicap kind of thing, but to me, it looks like a beautiful thing, right? Like, whoa, she's
yeah,
being able to maintain a 24-hour day permanent state of samadhi where she can't even feed herself. And that's something I would like to get to.
yeah.
On that
All your
topic,
disciples will help you.
about
You
like
what?
on
What'd
that
you
same
say,
topic.
Veronica?
Oh, sorry.
Oh,
Okay, go
I
ahead.
said all your disciples will help you.
Oh yeah, yeah. Help me. Well,
Yeah.
hopefully we don't come to that day where you got to feed me like a baby, but it would be beautiful either way, right?
Yeah.
That would be I'm on the right track.
It- yeah.
Okay.
It's not my hand, it's your hand.
Are you feeling spiritually lost? Like you've tried everything, YouTube videos, online courses, even meditation apps, but still something is missing? Wondering, is this all there is? The world is loud and chaotic, and your soul is overwhelmed, craving inner peace, but you can't find your way back to yourself. This is exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system to help people just like you. Isn't a video you watch and forget. It's a daily spiritual lifeline that brings you back to your soul. So if you're done feeling lost and you're ready to start transforming, then come join us. This is more than a course. This is your lifeline. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com.
Both in like regular religion, there's like not like female priests, and well, there's probably some now, but and also not many like female. I don't know of any really female gurus. So I'm just wondering like why that is, and if that's like part of like some type of thing that was set into effect here on Earth to like do away with the divine feminine and some kind of imbalance or whatnot.
Yeah, they always have these kind of divide and conquers. I mean, when I was in the Himalayan mountains, the Indian government didn't want yoginis to go up the Himalayan mountains. They said it wasn't, you got to be a man to go up. But as yoginis do, they're free birds, so they went up
Yes.
anyway. They're not asking for permission to go to holy sacred sites or prove to anybody that they are highly evolved beings. So they would go anyway. So I don't know, like this dogma that females aren't equal to males on the feminine is not equal to the masculine on the spiritual path. I don't subscribe to that at all. I've seen like highly evolved yoginis. I mean, I think in one of my videos, I have a picture of a yogini. She's talking to my guru in the dialect of Himalayan Hindi or whatever Himalayan dialect they talk to, their language. And she walked up the mountain barefoot. And I couldn't believe it, right? It's freezing cold. She walked up barefoot. And these rocks are like razors on your feet. Like they're super sharp.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, what an enlightened being, right? Like I thought I'm doing something walking up the mountain with hiking boots and hiking poles. She walks up the mountain bare feet and walk down bare feet. so there are many examples of highly evolved yoginis out there, Mataji and Andamai, so they definitely carry higher enlightened divine mother energy, which I think is truly blissful because divine father energy is more masculine and more powerful. The divine mother energy is more soothing and loving. So I like the divine mother,
Yeah, so I've been watching like a lot of Bible stuff lately, and I didn't even know like this story of Lilith. And Lilith was supposed to be God, like Adam and Eve. Before there was Eve, there was Lilith, and they were like equals. And then Adam wanted her to do something, that, and she didn't want to. So basically, oh yeah, she refused to, and then she said the name of God, and she was like, she left. She like flew away, and then that's when God created Eve by taking a rib from Adam. So I had never heard that story before, so it just kind of makes me wonder. But of course, who knows what's true and false in all these ancient things, all these ancient texts and different Bibles and things. But if that was true, it could have something to do with the divine feminine thing, the way they want to knock the divine feminine down or whatnot. I don't know.
Mm.
Had any of you heard
Yeah.
about
Yeah.
this before?
Well, I knew.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say I knew Lilith came before Eve. I don't know. It kind of seemed like she had a mind of her own. She just kind of
Right.
did her own thing. So she was a free bird.
Yeah. So another topic I wanted to ask you about was: has any of you heard about the Bugosphere?
No,
Nope. Yeah, I haven't heard about it either.
no.
Okay, because this has popped up a few times, and I just watched something the other day. It was fascinating on Gaia channel. And that guy Stephen Greer, if you follow any of that stuff, he's a big UFO person. But so anyway, it's Bugo, Colombia, I think. This guy was like walking, and he's got this on video. So, and it's like, they can fake anything these days, but I believe these videos are real because this Bugosphere thing is now in the possession of the Mexican, some Mexican university. So they've got it there, but it's a sphere about the size of a basketball. So the guy was out there and he saw it just flying around weird, making kind of weird movements in the sky. a metal sphere about the size of a basketball, and it came next to some power wires, and it got zapped and it fell onto the ground. And so he went over and got it. So, you know, he played around with it for a while, trying to, you know, do different experiments on it, but it's completely, there's no seams. So anyway, he turned it over to the, you know, the university. Basically, you know, they want to make it to where the military doesn't get a hold of it, you know, so they kind of like released all this footage, and then they put it in the hands of that, and they created like a nonprofit so nobody could try to reverse engineer it and profit from it. And, you know, because all the things that happen when something like that gets discovered. But under study, one, it had like inscriptions, kind of like a crop circle type, and like it had all these half moons, and it had like some like Sanskrit writing, not Sanskrit, but some kind of undecipherable like little icons all around it. It was very beautiful, actually. And then there was like a line all around the middle, but it wasn't like, you know, a seam like where they had made it to open it. But there's like these little holes, and there was like fiber optic cables in all those little holes, and they said those were like sensors. It could like see in different like wavelengths and all kinds of stuff. So I mean, it was just fascinating, and they did a radiography thing of it, and they could see some kind of structure inside of it. And then another one was filmed. It didn't crash, though; it just flew away. But another one in a close area in Colombia also was filmed, and you should just see the film. It's just like amazing. But so like to me, that means at the very least, if it's not like a human type of thing, it was like a reverse engineered thing, you know, possibly. But it shows like that there's anti-gravity, and it shows that there's some kind of power source that will fit inside of a basketball, you know. So it kind of just shows me that there's, you know, those types of technologies, but we're not being told about it. So, but it's fascinating. You should just look it up.
Yeah.
Video, the Bugosphere, it's called. Bugo, Colombia, where it was found.
Do you feel like something inside you is quietly breaking down? Like you've tried all the right things, meditation apps, self-help books, endless YouTube rabbit holes, but nothing matters. The emptiness just stays. The world keeps spinning faster. You are drained by the noise and pressure of it all. You are not broken. You are just disconnected from your soul. And that's exactly why I created the Kriya Yoga Masterclass and my proven soul coaching system. This isn't another feel-good video that fades by tomorrow. This is a living spiritual practice, a step-by-step system to heal yourself within. So if you're exhausted from searching, I invite you to take the first step. Go to kriyayogamasterclass.com. Bugosphere. Okay,
so they're still
great.
studying it, you know.
How long ago was this that they
This
found
wasn't
it?
that long ago, you know, maybe like a few months, maybe no more than 6 months.
Cool. I guess we're finding stuff out every day now, you know. A lot of this stuff is from thousands of years ago, but it's good to have something from 2025 around, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's a lot of stuff you can't explain, like what are these symbols on this, and what do they symbolize, and where did this come from, and how does this work? So hard to explain, right? But yeah, don't let use your own discernment and your own discrimination. And if the Bugosphere resonates with you, then it's probably real, you know. If it doesn't resonate with you, then keep moving. But yeah, I'm gonna look at that. The Bugosphere, right? That sounds cool, right? You know, because a lot of these things they find are from like tens of thousands of years ago. But something in this day and age, you're like, whoa, okay, cool. You know,
Yeah.
We're still getting breadcrumbs and signposts in 2025, right? So they're still trying to enlighten us out here. So
I think they did some tests on it also about its age, and they said it was old. You know, they thought it was old, but who knows? I got to rewatch it again because it was
Yeah.
interesting.
Oh, wonder where the booger spear came from.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But to me, it's like a probe. It's like a probe that civilization would send. Why? You're not gonna put your astronauts in harm's way. You just got this thing. It could fly around. It could see out these little fiber optic things. It could probably take air samples, and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Yeah, sounds about right. Like, I don't know the constitution of an alien, but I could imagine light year travel through space would be hard on your biological body. But if you have a probe or some kind of metal thing who could travel through distance of time, why do you have to do the heavy lifting? Send the probe to get some samples and come back. Same like we do in Mars or the moon. I don't know, wherever we do it, or wherever they say we do it. I have some questions about the moon. How did that big lunar lander fit in that small thing? And, this type of stuff. So I can't say that's accurate either,
Like stretching my head.
Like, let me see. Let me measure that. No, that's not going to go in there. I don't know, Sounds like they're selling the Brooklyn Bridge or some snake oil out here. But, use your own discrimination and discernment, For me, it's almost like tomato, like, oh, well, I'm going to do my inner work. Liars tell lies, What's new? It's another day at the office.
Yeah.
I didn't believe in inner happiness. I didn't think it was real. It always felt out of reach. But Kriya Yoga showed me a real happiness that I could access every day. It just isn't stretching. It's deep spiritual awakening. You want to feel that too? Join the free Kriya Yoga school at freekriyayogamasterclass.com or book a free call at kriyayogamasterclass.com. If you're on the path, like this video, comment what resonated with you, and subscribe for more soul-centered content right here.